So hi everybody, I'm Ernie Hatmaker, and this is Love and Junk's Christmas tag. I was tagged, and I'm going to, before I even get started answering the questions, I'm going to tag 2 channels. And that way, you know, if it's not you and you are only looking like in fear, oh gosh, I hope she doesn't call my name. I don't want to be tagged. I hate tags. Tags are chainmail for YouTube. Yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and tag you. And if you don't want to do it and I call your name, which I'm just going to do 2 channels, don't feel obligated. They're not trying to force, you know, a tag on you. I don't think anybody that does these things are just trying to force an action out of you. I think they genuinely want to know and, you know, want the community to be able to participate in, you know, something kind of fun. Kind of like Christmas caroling. That's what I'm going to say that these tags are. They're like communal caroling, you know, where they drag you out of your house and force you to sing. Okay, so the first channel I want to tag is Charmy Johnson. Charmy Johnson is a Filipina nurse who became a naturalized U.S. citizen. But her channel is about fitness, fashion, and family life. And the fashion, there's a lot of fashion. She does a lot of try on this kind of stuff. Bikinis, sweaters, you know, fashion. So go on over and check her out if you guys want to, but I'm calling you out, Charmy. Tag. The next channel I want to do is Overlook Valley Homestead. I'm tagging them because they seem to love collaborations and tags. They do so many of them. I figure one more wouldn't hurt, right? Fibro Fridays, which are about her journey with fibromyalgia, and she gets pretty, you know, extensive and personal, and I kind of like, you know, people who, I don't know, open up and are, you know, transparent. Not saying that people who don't want to discuss their personal lives on YouTube and bear it all in front of tons of strangers is, you know, not the norm or not good, because, you know, the reason Ed's not doing this right now is because Ed doesn't like discussing a lot of personal stuff. So, some of my favorite things out of their channel have actually been the Fibro Fridays and the Mama Shirley's recipes. I enjoy looking at some of those recipes and looking at mom/mom-in-law make her stuff, because it reminds me of the stuff that my grandmother used to make. She made it, I mean, their biscuits and stuff like that, they make them the exact same way that my grandmother made them. Anyway, I think they're my TMI soulmates, because they'll get on their live and talk to you about anything. Overlook Valley Homestead and Charmy Johnson, those are the 2 that I'm tagging. And there were a lot of questions that Love and Junk had asked each other in the tag that you could use, and of course they also said you could use, you know, your own questions if you didn't want to answer theirs, or you could use some of theirs and some of yours. I am going to answer a couple of theirs. So the first question, how and when do we celebrate? Ed and I don't celebrate the traditional way. We haven't had a tree since the children were young. We don't decorate the house. We don't string up lights. I love watching other people's decorations and seeing how they do things, but we don't do it that way. And it's not a slight against anybody. It's not some political stand or anything like that. We buy a present. We buy a gift for Jesus. And we choose a list of 6 orphanages and children's homes. We have a list of 6 that we normally support, and we'll choose one of those of the 6 to donate that gift that we bought for Jesus. That's what we do. The second question is, what's your favorite Christmas cookie? I don't have a favorite Christmas cookie, although I like white chocolate macadamia nut cookies. And for Christmas, you know, or whenever it snows, stuff like that, I like, you know, the little sugar crystals that kind of look like icicles and, you know, sleet on top of it, just for the Christmas season. Sometimes, like when it snows, I like tea cakes. If you guys, you know, I think Gemini Homestead made some tea cakes recently. I think, you know, I watch so many of you guys, I might be mixing you up right now. And if you're the one who made tea cakes and not her, then I still like them. What was the best gift ever received, either as a child or adult? I'd have to say that our Georgia realtor pulled some strings when we lived in Georgia a few years back, and was able to get us closed in our home with the keys in our hand just 4 days before Christmas, and that was just awesome. That was a blessing for us. That's probably something I'll always remember. What's your favorite Christmas movie? I don't know what you guys know that I like, and maybe I ought to do one of those things of like, what are my favorite things? But my favorite Christmas movie is one that some of you probably have never heard of before. It's called Ye Zavani, Hey Devani. It's Bollywood. It's I don't know, it kind of follows, you know, those romantic holiday movies where somebody goes through a phase in their life where they're all focused on, you know, work or school or whatever. I don't want to give the movie away because then you guys won't want to go and watch it. Ye Zavani, Hey Devani. This chick, this girl, this woman is in school, and she's, you know, really studious, and she meets this guy who is, you know, focused on fun and living life, and he's not really thinking about the future. You know, he lives with his dad and his stepmom, and so he goes for this hike, and she comes along, you know, I mean, there's other people there, and so she learns how to have fun, and he still is having fun, and he's only focused on fun. And then at some point they go their separate ways, and they meet up again, and then there's this connection made with her and some, you know, old like schoolmates, and he shows up some kind of way in the mix of all of this stuff, and they fall in like because, you know, there's just, I don't know. There's a lot of singing and stuff, though. So you people who don't like Bollywood, I mean, you know, you who like it, you know why I like it. So, anyway, the others notice that she's in love with the guy that doesn't want to settle down. And I'm going to let you guys find out what the rest of that movie's about if you're interested in it. But it's set in, like, the Himalayas, so I mean it is around Christmassy feeling, you know, it's a holiday movie. So if you like that kind of movie, or even if you don't, that's my favorite movie. I'm thinking that's all the questions that I would like to answer in Love and Junk's Christmas tag, and I sincerely hope that you guys check out Charmy Johnson and Overlook Valley Homestead, because I tagged them, and I'm looking forward to seeing if, I don't know, if they like the same things, if they like different things, what they like at all. So I'll see you guys next time, and I have no idea when that'll be. It might be tomorrow.